This deck has no immediate win con and yet still went 14th place out of 100 at the Final Fantasy Is It Explosive Tournament. There's no Arcavios in the deck. There's instead a single copy of Summon Knights of the Round, the 8-mana enchantment creature Saga Knights, 3/3 indestructible. For the first 4 phases, create 3 2/2 white knight creature tokens, and then phase 5 is ultimate end. Other creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn, blah, blah, blah. Swing for lethal. Kind of funky. You can't just win on the spot. I am curious if in the tournament, a lot of people just scooped without seeing the full combo. Who's to say? Who's to say? I certainly have scooped sometimes versus this style of deck without seeing the full combo. So, yeah, I think what we're looking to do here is something like get those stages of the game with Omniscience down, mill it, awaken it, get it back, and then try to dig through the deck the best we can until we get Knights of the Round and 2 Meringue River Regents. We could then loop the Regents, right? Regent 1 could bounce Regent 2 and Knights back to hand, replay Knights, and then Regent 2 could be cast to bounce Regent 1 and Knights back to hand, and so loop those 3 to get as many Knights as you want. There's no haste, right? We still have to pass the opponent's turn, and if they had a Sunfall or temporary lockdown or even Day of Judgment, we would have to start over from scratch. So there is a counterspell we could get, right? We could try to search and try to dig through for a riddle or a single spell pierce and hope it gets there. But yeah, it's kind of funny that you don't just win the game on the spot. You do a bunch of Knights and just hope the opponent either scoops preemptively or doesn't have an answer. So yeah, Sideboard has got some other cards here. Again, there's no Arcavios, so we can't go fetch any of this. There's a Ghost Vacuum and I think it's, and then a Flanker for Graveyard Hate, and Exercise and Get Lost for picking off, the opponent's Ghost Vacuums and their Rest in Peace, some negates in there, a Beza or 2 for some life gain, Voice of Victory to shut off our opponent's interaction on our turn when we're comboing off, a single Stock Up, a single Day of Judgment, and 3 Mistmores. I think if our opponent knows what's up, we might need some extra win cons in there that we can reanimate. So here we go. We're diving into Ranked Standard, and we'll see if people just scoop. Maybe they're impatient. Maybe they don't want to, wait for the full combo and they'll just give up and we don't have to pull off the full thing. We'll see. I sent a photo of the deck to one of my buddies and was like, hey, is there a win con I'm missing? And he's like, no, I don't think so. Maybe it's like the Luis Scott Vargas thing where apparently he went to a tournament and was like missing the win con from his deck and just bluffed his way, I think, to the top 4, something like that. Yeah, we'll discard that. Sure. We also have a Yuna, by the way, for the record. Huh. I mean, we're just digging for the thing we want, right? So maybe we need it, maybe we don't, but we'll bin it for now. Okay, looks like we would have loved to have it, but that's okay. We're on the play at least. Alright, interesting. Do the Dragon Storm. Draw 2, discard 1. Omniscience can go. We got plenty of land here. Scroll Shift could bounce Dragon Storm, I guess. Drake Hatcher, pressure is coming. Alright. Sure, we can bounce this thing at instant speed, I suppose. See if we get him 2 chicken to run out Rage. Ideally, they're afraid and they don't overcommit here. Spell number 1. A little bit of stick here. Yeah, hold it. Okay. We got something for you. All right, tapped out. Here we go. Okay, all sorts of pressure. All right, probably one of the Surveillance can go. Are we just dead next turn? The answer is probably, if we're being honest. We might as well play the Oracle, because it's about the same draw discard, right? And we get a blocker out of this. Draw a card. There she is. All right, can we live one more turn is the next question. probably go here. I don't think we need to Dragon Storm. I think holding up in the mana to bluff is more valuable. Let's just hold full control because we don't have anything here. Here they come, and we'll see if we're just dead. 6 damage on the table. Ooh, that's a lot of mana. 9 damage on the table. What else you got? All right, they're tapped out. We will take the block and potentially can dig our way to a combo. I think they're tapped out, right? They already played land for turn, I think. Can get rid of full control at this point. Here they come. We're happy to block here. Take 10, I think. Shuffle up to 4 target cards. Nope, that's fine. We'll just take a little draw discard. Well, that's pretty interesting. Let's start with this. And I think we might actually lock down beforehand here. Doesn't matter too much. Just in case we whiff. And then we can start Dragon Storming. Draw discard, play Meringue. Bounce Dragon Storms back. Yeah, should be fine here. Up to 2 other non-land permanents. Okay. See, they don't even want to see the win con, which is funny because we don't have Arcavios. We'd have to do something weird. Okay, so, yeah, artifact removal. They do have some ghost vacuums to put in, right? I don't think we need Get Lost. Voice of Victory, so they can't bounce stuff on our turn, isn't bad, I would say. Beza could be useful. They don't even know our win con. Negate could be useful. I don't know if I have enough time to stock up on the draw, but it's generically pretty good. Yuna on the draw. Feels like we'll just be dead by the time this comes down, right? It does get underneath Spell Pierce, though. Or, like, it's unspell pierceable and unnegatable. So that actually could be a decent sideboard. Like, a decent thing to keep in there. I think we cut some meringues on the draw. Or we just gotta, like, survive, right? Scroll Tiff is a weird one, right? Feels like this is not an essential part of what we're doing here. Dispersal's okay. I guess it kills the tokens pretty good. Did I put the other stock up in there? I think the blocker is actually quite good. I don't know if we're countering much on turn 3. What else can get cut? Do we need negate? Probably not. Okay. Let's try it like this. Keeping Yuna in there, because if they sub in negate, Yuna might be a way to get back Omniscience. On the draw, we can draw discard. Mana's decent. Sure. Well, we will find out if they have Ghost Vacuum on 1. Nope, not yet. Sleight of hand. Cool, we actually have a 1-drop to play here. Alright, nothing with haste yet. Okay. Surveilland into the bounce honestly isn't that bad this turn. Still have time to Dragonstorm. This is okay. We don't need this right now. We have plenty of Dragonstorm to dig. Alright, classic. Steel Cutter. No Spell Pierce for that one. Tap out for another talent. Double spell. Alright. Bounce the token. Beza. Plenty of land, right? I don't think we need the land. Man, we're gonna Dragonstorm fairly quickly. I don't even know if Beza is enough, to be honest. It's a turn 4 play. Does it even keep us in the game? Or we just annihilate it anyway, you know? I think maybe it's okay. If they had 2 Steel Cutters, maybe it's less good. We could play a Surveil land here still. Could also hit another Dispersal though. Alright, Omniscience can go. And yeah, we can cast Beza this next turn. Get some life, get a couple blockers. If they don't have the next Steel Cutter, there aren't too many Tramplers. But yeah, here comes a crap ton of damage for sure. 1 top. Rage up. We should probably at least pretend to have something here. 11 damage. I'm pausing as if I have the next Dispersal. I don't, but we can at least pretend. Okay, top deck Awakening. It's not bad. I mean, if they have Negate or Spell Pierce, we're about to see it. We could go for Beza, though, which would play around that. Which I think is potentially worth it, actually. Well, if we lock down and we're right, it's insanely good. If they have any bounce spell, it's not that good. I think we are going for this. I think the this town bounces and the negates and the spell pierce, it's kind of a lot to say, oh yeah, you don't have anything, and they surveilled 1 to the top, right? Didn't they like opt 1 to the top? I think it's still definitely this town bounce, like the Beza and the talent here. I wouldn't be that surprised. And at least we got up to 10. They do nothing here. Okay. Vivi showing up. Second spell. Down to 9. It's a crap ton of crapshoot. 1 mana open off the Vivi. 2 mana open now. What are we thinking about, opponent? Oh, we're thinking if we should bounce. Yeah, you should totally bounce. I mean, you have so much pressure here. Block these 2, take 7, drop to 1. Top deck our way to victory. Never didn't have it. Two red mana, re-equip the Steel Cutter. Okay. Alright, we in fact did not have it. Is there anything we can do here besides lockdown? How do we deal with Vivi as well? Beza block 3 things. They whiff, but they can't because they talent, they get back the rage. So we have to lock down and just lose to Vivi, right? I don't think there's anything else we can do. We don't have enough mana to draw into the big thing. Blast Zone kills all 1-drops. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to do it, sadly. Plus, we're going to take a pain land damage here. I mean, we could do this, but I think there's no way to get around the VV. Because I can just get back Rage. So you'd have to draw something different, which I don't think there's anything we can draw here. Yuna would have been cool. But still ultimately would not have worked. Okay. So that'll be game 2. Attack for 2. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, we'll be on the play. Negate on the play is a little bit better versus the Steel Cutter. I don't know how I feel about Beza, to be honest. How's Voice of Victory on the play? It does shut off their counter spells, which isn't so bad. So who else would come out here? Maybe we can cut some of the bases. I don't even know if base is enough, honestly. We played it, and then what happened? I got, like, bounced or something? It did not fill me with awe. Okay. We go to game 3. On the play. We have lockdown and double white. We got all sorts of good stuff going on here. The negate for turn 2, we could hold it open, or we can just play voice. Thing is, we have lockdown ready to go anyway, so we don't actually really care. Because we'll just lock down on 3 regardless. So I'd rather just dig for the combo, I think. There it is, man. We're doing just fine here. We could lock down on 3, or we can just get the combo set up. I mean, we're almost there, right? We just need a land. I think on the play, we just set the combo up. Try to be uninteractable on our turn. Surveil our way to a 4th land. Alright, there's Steel Cutter. Could always lock down if we had to. The next land, we want that. And then we Meringue, and then we Awakening, and then that is it. You have no need to attack here. I don't know that you're necessarily going to block, but if they tapped out, we could block something. Alright, they do tap out. If we Meringue now, they can't counter it, I guess. Which seems decent, right? The only problem is if they have a Ghost Vacuum right here, we kind of play into it, but let's just have stuff not countered. 5th land is fine, actually, for Yuna. Maybe, obviously the Omniscience goes here. Okay, let's see if they have the Ghost Vacuum. But they can't cast spells on our turn, so we're locking them out of it. And then I guess we Meringue and try to hope we hit a series of good draws. Thunderclap Trainer. They're looking for that Ghost Vacuum. Floodmaw could bounce the Voice now and have 1 mana open for Spell Pierce. They do it. Okay. And then do we go for the combo or not? I think we could go land. If we go land Yuna, get back Omniscience. Instant Seed Meringue is okay, but doesn't actually, like, solve everything. But then we just have it at 18. They could bounce it. Lockdown here, they could have another Flood Maw. Which makes lockdown not so good. Yuna does get around. And she blocks okay. Okay, Omniscience is on the battlefield now. It's out of the graveyard. It's no more Ghost Vacuum. It's got a finality counter. We could dig for a counterspell here. I guess when they bounce it is when we dig for the counterspell. They're looking for a this town or another Flood Maw. They only have 2 Flood Maws. It's not too bad. 2 cards to hand. Tap out for Thunderclap Trainer. Okay, that's fine by me. Alright. Technically, what, we could return the Regent to our own hand. There's no real reason to do this now. Bounce the whole board. I mean, I think, yeah, there's no reason to do anything now anyway. Okay, I think we'll pretty happily start with this. And they might just scoop off that. And then we can play these guys out. I think we're just digging with the Meringue. Draw 3, discard a card. Okay. Stock up. Dragon Storm. Plus Dispersal, I guess. Oh no, this guy. Land can go. Moment of Truth. Hand. Alright, they're done. They don't want to see. We didn't even have to show off the combo. No knights. Yeah. Alright. We'll end there. I'm still pumping out videos. Still trying to get, geez, maybe like 3 more tonight, I think would be enough to last through the full move. Overall, what do I think of the deck? I mean, there's a lot more space in the deck when you have to run Arcavios. You can run all sorts of other stuff, which is nice. So, I like that aspect. I think if people know your list ahead of time, it gets perhaps a little bit worse if they know exactly what your only win con is. But kind of cute, someone ran this in the tournament. It's not like it's not legit, it's just a little more funny. I don't even keep up to date with what people have been doing with this deck because it's so hated that I don't do a lot of it on the channel. Maybe this is meta. Maybe it's like already meta to not use Arcavios and have other win cons. I'm honestly not in tune with it enough to know, but this was cute enough for me to play today. If you enjoyed today's video, you can like and subscribe and leave a comment. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.